Okay, good morning, Professor. There's a very special event. I heard that you invited the Ningbo Symphony Orchestra to hold a special concert in Austria. Why did you do it?
I think the relationship between Europe in general and Austria especially and China is very important. When I heard about the program that it is on the title of 700 Years Marco Polo, of course, as you know, this Venetian merchant established the relationship between Europe and China, and we always talk about business, but I think culture is the most valuable point of exchange. So when I had a chance to invite the Ningbo Symphony Orchestra under these premises, I was very happy to do so.
Very, very, very happy. So you are interested in traditional Chinese culture, especially the pipa, a traditional Chinese musical instrument. So why do you like the pipa? Is there any stories about that?
I love ancient Chinese literature, music, and art. And the pipa is a very ancient instrument, I think even going back to the Song Dynasty. And I already had a couple of times Chinese orchestras playing in my season, and we had concerts for pipa before. I really like this instrument because the virtuosity is extremely fascinating, and I also like the sound.
It's really fascinating. Okay, could you share with us the characteristics of the pipa in your band?
The pipa, of course, is a lute instrument. It is plucked, but it has very, very interesting sound qualities. And especially pipa players in contemporary Chinese classical music, they show an incredible amount of virtuosity. And this is something that I find appealing and also appealing to Western audiences.
Okay, in this concert, pipa player Yu Yuanchun will bring Tan Dun's pipa concerto. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of that. I also have heard of Tan Dun as a composer. As I understand, he's one of the most prominent contemporary Chinese composers, and I know Tan Dun's music is very appealing and very fascinating.
What else have you done besides supporting this concert because you like pipa very much? What else have you done?
Well, of course, I've promoted this concert through our media. We're going to have a full hall. So it is a very good contribution to the cultural exchange between our two countries. So I'm trying to promote that, and I do everything in my power to enhance and to support this cultural exchange. And so also make the pipa known to more people in my country.
Besides pipa, what other elements of Chinese culture attract you?
For me personally, every aspect of Chinese culture is very appealing. Calligraphy, the ancient Chinese architecture, which I really like. I am personally even more interested in the ancient Chinese culture, the Tang Dynasty, the Song Dynasty, of course Ming Dynasty, where you see so many cultural endeavors that of course lead also to contemporary Chinese art. You can see the traces, and I'm trying to study those and understand this culture.
In your view, what is the particular significance of this concert for the cultural exchanges between China and Austria?
Well, I think this program suits this idea very well, because we have one classical Chinese piece, the Concert for Pipa by Tan Dun. We have one very classical symphony by Ludwig van Beethoven. The orchestra will play his 7th symphony here in Carinthia in Austria, which is one of the most popular pieces in my country. And then we have the movie music of Morricone from the movie Marco Polo. And Marco Polo, as a merchant, of course, he traveled from Europe to China and back. So it is basically the exchange in Marco Polo, the Chinese culture in the Tan Dun concerto, and the Austrian aspect in the Beethoven symphony.
How do you think the cooperation exchanges between the two countries in the field of music can be further promoted?
For me, it is important, and especially when I was talking about the relationship of China and Europe and the whole business of the new Silk Road, I think culture works on the basis of exchange. So, of course, we play Western music in China. I've been many times to your beautiful country, and I've conducted many different orchestras in China and also European orchestras touring in China, playing Western music. So I think it is worthwhile that a Chinese orchestra coming to Europe should include music of Chinese contemporary composers. I think but maybe that's a responsibility on China to motivate more Western people to come to China to study the traditional Chinese culture and music and art and literature. I think there could be some more enhancement to study these things, because it is definitely worthwhile.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you. And all the best. Greetings from Austria.
Thank you.
谢谢。
谢谢。
谢谢。